Hey everybody, Brian Von VA here, back at it again with the longest running series on our channel, What Are Your Funniest Nat 20 Moments, Part 9. So, the first Nat 20 of the game was when the DM asked us when we were searching for stuff in a cave after we slayed the goblins in. I rolled a 20. The second player rolled a 20. The last player rolled a dirty 20. We were howling. Anyway, the DM was so excited that happened that he gave us OP items. I personally got a scroll of protection that I could reuse infinitely. I tell you that every single time I used it, I rolled a nat 1, making the player I cast it on fall asleep. So, we fight a boss and I make someone sleep again. I get frustrated and say, you know what? All this scroll does is put people to sleep. DM tells me to roll wisdom and I roll quite low. I get an 18 on the boss. His HP is now double, and one of the PCs is still asleep. I burnt that scroll afterwards. This is my first funny D&D moment as a beginner. So I play D&D at a club that is open pretty late, and so I'm naturally very tired every time, which affects how I play. So the DM for the game I was currently playing helped me and said that if I ever had trouble making decisions in certain situations, I could just hit it with a hammer, since it would fit my character to do so. I'm pretty sure she meant it as a joke, but I didn't take it as one. So, one night when I find myself being confused, I heard my DM saying, "You are all in a dark cave, and you, me, feel something small gently touching your leg," before asking me what I would do. And so I tell my DM, "I will hit it with a hammer." So she hands me the dice and I roll a natural 20. Which then results in my 8-foot-tall Goliath self-brutally murdering a poor 3-foot-5-inch gnome by hitting it in the head with a hammer, Gallagher style. And then the rest of the party thought that was hilarious and followed the trend until we got chased by a bunch of angry gnomes. And I'm pretty sure someone died in that incident, but I can't remember. Either way, I find this hilarious considering I can't get a good roll for the life of me, and now my trusty hammer has been named the Gnome Crusher, which is not creative whatsoever. I would just call it the Gnomish Gallagher at this point. Running a short campaign, players got harassed by the local gang in town. One of them told the party to hand over their gold and they would let them live. Player says, "No, you give us all your gold," and got a nat 20 on Intimidation. Gang members instantly became terrified of what these guys were going to do, so they handed over their gold and ran off crying to the local authorities who arrested them. Story doesn't quite fit, but I'm telling it anyway because it's funny. In a different campaign, I was rolling my dice absent-mindedly while the DM was checking some stuff. And someone else asked what I was rolling for, so I told them I wasn't rolling for anything. Player then declares, "I'm going to roll to have nothing happen." Rolls, and gets a nat 1. DM decides to skip some stuff he was planning because it's funny. So in game, as soon as that nat 1 is rolled, the castle of the town we were in just instantly burst into flames. How? Why? What happened after that? Did you have to go get Master Roshi to put it out? I did a D&D campaign with a few friends one time. I was a swift stride shifter eldritch knight with an infinite ammo repeating crossbow the artificer made for me. There was a band of orcs in the cellar guarding treasure and a captive we were supposed to free. I had to roll for a stealth check. Keep in mind I had disadvantage for stealth due to my heavy armor giving me 18 AC. The first roll I got was a nat 20, and I instantly killed the first orc. The rest of the orcs were now on high alert. The second roll I got was a 19. Will a 19 do it for ya? Which instantly killed one of the guards next to the captive. The second roll I got, I'm assuming this person means the third roll I got, was a nat 20, which instantly killed the boss of the cellar. The last 3 orcs were now shitting themselves as they still could not find me. The next roll I got was an 18, which killed another orc. The last 2 orcs then huddled into a corner as they rocked back and forth. "Oh, I don't want to die!" I then killed another orc with an 18, and then the last orc finally found me. But it wasn't enough, as the captive literally broke free of his chains, grabbed his scimitar, and shanked the last orc as soon as he turned around. We referenced what if the Emperor had a TTS device with all the 20s that were rolled in that one encounter. and I officially earned the title Shadow Arrow. It was also a buff the DM gave me, which gave me an extra 1d4 to hit targets when I missed an attack roll. We still reference that every time we do a session. Myself and one of the party members decided to go with new characters for our current campaign, and so we joined the remains of our old party as the new members. His character is a sleazy, frivolous, but incompetent lawyer half-orc, and mine is a goblin barbarian who went out to earn enough gold to buy his mother's freedom from prison. Aww. The first interaction of our characters went as follows. His character, without knowing of my character's backstory, approached him and offered him the services of himself, a great freelance defense attorney. My character was already inclined to believe him, but then he rolled a nat 20 on diplomacy, and my character paid him a fee of 10 gold up front and was 100% convinced that his mother's freedom was assured by cooperating with this nincompoop. But the same night, when our characters shared a bedroom in the inn, his character got up to secretly rummage through my belongings. He rolled poorly, though, so my character awoke. Then he also failed his deception roll, meaning my character figured out what was going on, and I rolled a nat 20 on intimidation, making him return the 10 gold and offer a free first consultation. The first interaction couldn't have gone any better. My character ended up returning 5 gold, though, as he is lawful good and couldn't stomach forcing a free consultation through intimidation. Why not? You literally caught him red-handed screwing with you. I would have taken that and said, "Lawful good demands that you pay for your crimes by giving me a free act of service. Not like that, get away from my pants." Just to give a bit of backstory, I was playing a dumb yet creative and absolutely arrogant half-orc barbarian that had an existential crisis every time he came out of a battle scene. Down deeply, all he wanted to do was open a bed and breakfast. Same here! This would become the last session of our campaign because of a stupid thing one of our friends did. But I'm still fond of this nat 20 moment. During our campaign, we found a magical object that could detect strong magical orbs that were essential to finishing our quest. The magical orb was somewhere around the middle of the town, where it just so happened to be home to a huge, highly guarded white tower. If my memory is correct, our DM described it as a tower of marble that was stunningly beautiful. Our group and I decided to walk towards it, and the magical object was sensing the energy of the orb getting stronger. Clearly, it was there. Of course, no guards would let us in because we had no business being there without some sort of high noble permission that was recognized by the council of this town, or an invitation. Being the dumb creative of the group, I made my character look around for clothes that appeared to be the same as one of a working man, find a toolbox, and a ladder. My character goes to the entrance, and I specify that proceeds to walk up to it with a confident stride. Of course, the guard stopped me right away, telling me I had no business coming in. That's when he said, but I do have business here. I'm here to repair, the plumbing. There's a huge leak. Water's precious. There's no time. The DM asked me to roll for persuasion. To be fair, our DM was really permissive and liked when we improvised. So I roll and boom, nat 20. The whole group starts laughing. I can't remember the specifics on how we all got up there, but I think I was the only one in for a little while. Unfortunately, like I said, it was our last session. One of the members of our group is a better DM than the player. He thought it would be a great idea to whistle at our floating ship, kind of like a steampunk-themed campaign, and throw himself out the window. The ship was miles away. We tried to throw him a rope. He failed all his rolls and fell to his death. It wasn't the first time that he did something stupid. Our DM got fed up, made himself appear in our campaign, and said, "Now you see someone appear in the tower. It's me, and there's a huge rock that falls on my head." Then he left the Discord server. But still, a great nat 20 moment. Okay, that's a hell of a way to exit, though. Our first campaign as a group, and many of our first campaigns ever, we were fighting a dragon that was supposed to run away, and our level 4 asses weren't actually supposed to beat it. We had an assassin rogue whose whole gimmick was based on sneak attack. He got guaranteed critical hits on any advantage roll, and guaranteed advantage if he attacked someone before they attacked. Player rolled a double nat 20 on his advantage roll, and we convinced our DM to let us do a double crit. Quadruple damage. Took out a third of the dragon's health by doing a triple shot to his eye, flips involved. Our bard would end up doing the killing blow by casting heat metal on those arrowheads in the dragon's eye. I guess the rogue wasn't the only one doing the flipping because you guys just flipped them the metaphorical Twin Towers double birds, baby. I rolled a 19 to tame a rat that I had chased through a king's castle. Tamed it. Named it Batatouille. Oh my god damn it. I already had 4 other rats, and one of them was named Ratatouille. And then rolled a nat 20 to break down the wall to look for more rats. My DM knows by now I would do anything for my rats, and literally planned on me breaking down the wall. We found a cavern with ancient writing in it, and that's how we progressed. Also, one of my rats died because I threw it at a window to try to break in a shop. I still drag it around on a string like it's alive. After about a month of dragging it, it has started to smell, and it actually has been slowly sanded down by the rough patches we walk over, but my party hasn't rolled higher than an 8 every time they try to convince me to get rid of it. My character is canonically insane and sees lizard gecko things that talk to him. Also, your DM is incredible. I was playing 5th edition and we were in a crypt looking for some legendary sword or something. We were kind of not wanting to open any of the tombs out of respect for the dead, but we were running out of places to look. So our warlock decided to open one that had a heavy lid, but light enough for a single person to slide open. DM had him roll a reflex save, which he got a nat 20. What was supposed to happen is that the tombs were filled with zombies that were supposed to immediately lunge out at us. Instead, the zombie tried leaning up and the warlock just pushed his head back down while going, "Shh, go back to sleep." Then he slid the cover back over and announced, "I think we're surrounded by zombies." That has to be the tamest way of negating an encounter ever. And I need more of this. This is gold to me, baby. Hey everybody, Brian Von VA checking in after the vid. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, ring that bell, and of course, go check out our very first Nat 20 Moments video. We have a lot of these, 9 installments, and they just keep on going. We love you all. Please be safe, be happy. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.